I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding. From the words I spit, so sharp, so freezing. So cold, behold, frostbite they feeling. I could take
Can you guys hear me? Hopefully you guys can hear me. Having problems with StreamYard right now. Yes, good. Good. Thank you guys. Okay. Happy Saturday. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. I didn't do anything today. I just went grocery shopping. That's it. Hey, Dave. Hey, Felony Melanie. Hey, Nettie. Hey, Alberta and Stella. Hey, Victoria. Hey, Terry. Hey, Stranger Clegan. How are you doing, beautiful? Hey, Shayna. Hey, Felony Melanie 420. Koala Lover. Care Bear. Shada. Lindsay's. Hey, Dave. I said that once, saying it again. I'm so sick, Star Party Gal. How are you? Carol. Mama of 3. It's good to see you. Hey, Hannah. Hey, Rianne. How are you, beautiful? Melody. Care Bear. Hey, Science Girl. It's good to see you, sweetie. Victoria. Wow, it's good to see all of you guys. Sparkle. How are you, babe? I hate peas. Becca. Rebecca. Wow. Okay. So I wanted to come on here because I had a few things to say, some thoughts on some things. and I wanted to share them with you guys, and hopefully you guys want to hear them. And I also feel like a lot of you guys have some thoughts too. There's been a lot going on, disgusting behavior. If you haven't been paying any attention to it, that's good, but kind of bad. It's just depending. Like, but it's kind of hard not to pay attention to. You know what I mean? Because it's just right there in front of your face. I'll be like on Hey Swan Swan. I'll be on like the Science Girl. I was on her live today. Just a couple people, and everybody has their own opinions about things, and I thought that I would give my own. So, and wanted to hear you guys' opinion too. Well, I think it's more or less, it's kind of hard to turn away from, even if you wanted to, and even I don't know if it's necessarily a good thing to turn away from, but when there is a creator talking about it, it gives you that chance to be able to say, how you feel and what you're thinking, right? But I am so excited for Halloween. I don't know why, because I'm not a big Halloween person, because I'm just not. But I'm excited for Halloween this year because I got decorations and I got some black lipstick, and I'm so excited. Which I would wear black lipstick any day, but they don't sell it all the time. So the only one who sells it all the time is what do you call that? KDV Vegan Beauty, or is it KVD? Yeah, Vegan Beauty. They sell black lipstick. That's it. Okay, so I'm gonna pull up some things because I wanted to show you guys something. And you guys know how I feel. Hey, down the rabbit hole. It's good to see you. Great live earlier. You guys know how I feel about Ms. Latisha. I think Ms. Latisha is an amazing person. I think she has a past, just like everyone does, but she has been going through a lot here on social media, and I guess it depends on if you're a person, it depends on what side you're looking at it from. If you're looking at it from the side of you think that she is involved with something, or if you're looking on it from the side that you don't think that she is, you think that everything is what is said, regardless, she's still been going through some shit on social media. And it all started, to me, in my opinion, without a crystal ball, because once she went public with it, with her huge platform, and I'm not saying that she is the first one who asked for her donation back, but she's the first creator that said it publicly. And when you are saying something publicly and you have 200,000 plus subscribers, of course, the majority, they're going to follow your lead. Okay. And I think you guys have experienced that with me when you saw and watched what B. Arthur did. Sorry, you guys. I think she looks like B. Arthur from the Golden Girls. I just think they look exactly alike. But anyway, I think that when you guys saw that happen to me, when she told everyone she didn't say it, but it was like a dog whistle, like, I'm unsubscribing. And as soon as she did it, everyone else followed her lead. And she knew that was going to happen. And it's the same thing without a crystal ball. She knew that was going to happen. She knew once she talked about it publicly that more people were going to follow her lead. And that's my opinion, and I'm entitled to it. I'm not saying she might not have been the first person to ask for her donation back, but she's the only person that has a huge platform and announced it publicly. She didn't have to announce it publicly. She could have did it privately. And I also feel like, obviously, once she announced it publicly, that was more or less when, there started to be more outrage. And because of that, you guys see me calling her out. You guys seeing that I had strong opinions about it, along with everyone else, right? But what I will say is, is that no matter which side it is that you're looking on, it's obvious that Ms. Latisha has definitely been dealing with a lot as far as YouTube being online, Facebook, people saying things to her, people having a problem with her, people asking questions, things like that. And from what I have followed throughout this whole thing is Ms. Latisha was advised to do a lot of things too, right? So right now, there's something private going on. It's technically not private. I mean, people, it's public. You can see it, but I'm saying it's something that's happened in her past. It has nothing to do with the donations and the GoFundMe and anything like that. It just has to do with something I think that she's going through that has nothing to do with the internet. And she's dealing with a lot on on Facebook. She's dealing with a lot. She's got a lot of people coming at her, blah, 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 blah. And to be honest with you, everybody feels their own way about it. Um, Everyone has their own opinion about it. Everyone has been very vocal to her about, because this is going on. I think the one thing that points out through it all is because I think she's being sued by a company because of a car or something like that, that there was damage to a car that she didn't pay for. So a lot of people have their opinion about it because it's public, and of course, because it's public and it has something to do with money, it's going to be brought up. And the reason why it's going to be brought up is because there are still things that are being brought up and that people want answers to when it has to do with the donations and everything with B. Arthur and Justice for All, and them kind of being like the spokesperson for her. There's still a lot of unanswered questions that there are different creators who are trying to get answers to, right? So basically, even though this has nothing to do with, you know, YouTube and the donations and the whole Justice for Vaughn thing, and getting donations for the attorney and everything, even though this has nothing to do with that, it still has something to do with money. And because it has something to do with money, people are kind of judging her for it, you know? So, and she's just been kind of standing on her own when it comes to that. And you guys can give me your opinion, even though this is Ms. Latisha's private business. However, it's not private. It's not. It's public, but it's still something that has happened in Ms. Latisha's past. It has nothing to do with the donations with Justice for Vaughn. But the one thing that I will say is throughout this whole thing, I think probably from the middle until now, everyone has lost sight of what this all started for in the first place. And it was about Vaughn, and it was about Justice for Vaughn, and it was about the things that we've seen that we didn't feel was right, And I just, in my personal opinion, because Ms. Latisha is, I feel a lot of the reasons why she's in this mess in the first place is because of B. Arthur and Justice for All. I just do. I think that's a lot of the reasons why she is getting a lot of backlash. And I do think that there would not be anything wrong with defending her instead of leaving her out in the cold to defend herself. I'm not saying that you have to address it or anything like that, but defending her and saying, hey, mind your own business. This has nothing to do with Justice for Vaughn, blah, 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 blah. Just defending her in any way, shape, or form, especially because you have labeled yourself as the spokesperson for her. That's just how I feel. Excuse me, because there is questions that people are asking with money that's being unaccounted for and different things like that. And either way, she was still being advised when it comes to a lot of things. And I do think that she put her trust in people that she shouldn't have put her trust in. And I think that there's nothing wrong with defending her. You have sat here and defended her for I don't know how long. Then you got Without a Crystal Ball getting involved again. What do you mean you don't think that you think this is Miss Latisha? I don't think there's anything wrong with um, B. Arthur and her friend. I don't think there's anything wrong with them defending Miss Latisha. They have a platform. There's nothing wrong with them saying, hey, mind your own business. I don't see how difficult that is. I think that's the right thing to do. But meanwhile, instead of talking about that and addressing that, and maybe even saying, hey, you want to come up on my platform, or I'll give you an interview so you can set the record straight, whatever the situation is, I still think that there is nothing wrong with speaking up and saying, hey, this has nothing to do with justice for Vaughn. This is from Ms. Latisha's past. Leave her alone, blah, and so on and so on. But instead, there's nothing but, creating a distraction by showing your saggy, disgusting breast, okay, on the internet. You're like 63, 64 years old. Why are you showing that stuff on the internet on somebody else's platform? That's disgusting. And I don't care if they did it to you. It doesn't mean you have to do it to them. Two wrongs don't make a right. That public info would have stayed private if no one was searching records, and social media would have never known. Should never have been brought out. It was only done to hurt Miss Spice, in my opinion. I agree. That's the only reason why it was brought out. I just feel like right now she's being dragged, and the people who have supposedly stood by her, and say that they stand by her, what's wrong with speaking up for her? What's wrong with that? I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Even if it is her business, even if it doesn't have anything to do with justice for Vaughn, there are still people attacking her because of justice for Vaughn. Okay? There's still people attacking her all over. So because people are still attacking her because of that, and you got Without a Crystal Ball going into it and blah, 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 what would be wrong with opening your mouth and saying, hey, leave her alone? You know what I'm saying? I thought it was weird that MGL went after you so hard for nothing. And when she was really getting bashed in those comments, she said nothing. Exactly. You mean Miss Latisha? And she's still being dragged. Exactly. Exactly. Two wrongs don't make a right. Yes, from what I heard, Michelle has done this to B. Arthur too. Okay, from what I've heard. However, what does that mean? Just because she did it to you, you have to go do it to her? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's disgusting. Like, wanted to vomit in my mouth. That's just gross. Thank you, Down the Rabbit Hole, for the super sticker. Thank you so much, sweetie. I appreciate you. Yeah, that's how I feel. I feel that there's nothing wrong with not leaving this woman standing out in the cold by herself, because the people who are attacking her are the people who are mad about the Justice for Vaughn thing, and the funds that they have questions about and things like that. So because of that, they are, trying to chase her around on Facebook, blah, 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 and they're saying things to her. And I just feel like if you claim to be the spokesperson for her, why wouldn't you speak out for her? That's supposed to be your friend, right? You have a bigger creator that's now attacking her Without a Crystal Ball, blah, 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 blah. It wouldn't have taken much for you to speak out for her. That's just my opinion. Let me read some comments. But yes, Kelly R., you're absolutely right, which I don't care about that kind of stuff, but I do care about the mental health of people, and just things are going too far, taking advantage, taking like your platform and using it for evil, and wasting resources by dialing 911. It's just disgusting behavior, you guys. Disgusting behavior. And it's like, you're doing all this when you could be defending Ms. Latisha, the person that you say you stand with, right? It's really sad that she chose someone like her to represent her on the internet. It really is. Um, yes, she wanted attention. Really gross. But to me, yeah, it's gross because you're like old. Okay. You're like really old. You look old. That's why I'm calling her B. Arthur. You're not, you shouldn't be showing, and there's nothing wrong with being older, but older people should be wise enough to know not to be showing like you're acting like you're freaking 16 years old, for goodness sakes. You're like 67. Quit showing your cleavage to everyone. You know what I'm saying? Like, please. Molly is sad. I will not talk about Miss Leticia. I think that Ms. Leticia did not know the people that she chose to stand with, and even though that they may have brought awareness and great awareness to this in the beginning, there are a lot of things. If you go back and do your research, and that's what I've been doing, I took it back. If you go back and do your research, there's a lot of things that are questionable, and it's more questionable for me from the author side. Okay. It's just more questionable for me that way. The things that she's done, even the things that she has taken to that next level with Dre McCray. And when you have a mutual friend, you have a mutual friend that you have in common. So you're only looking at one side, but then once you start to see the way that this person really is, and I started seeing that prior to everything that Molly has done now, B. Arthur has done now, but regardless, there's just a lot of things that have been and that will always be questionable for me. um okay, so let me read some comments here. And MGL has a son. It's disgusting. She thinks because actresses do what she can, she ain't no damn actress, right? Like you're a washed up wannabe reality star. Like you're not an actress. You're not anything. You are a person who's on the internet, an elderly person who is on the internet acting a fool. That's all you are. I 100% do not believe that what that was Ms. Leticia posting comments on nonsense. I feel it was one of B. Arthur's minions that is pissed off and knows Ms. Leticia does not do that. If it were Leticia, it would have been done early. You could be right. You definitely could be right. She's an entertainer. Yeah, she's an entertainer. Well, you can go take that entertainment shit of showing your breast somewhere else because on her own live, on Michelle's live, I'm behind. I did see that she called 911 more than once, which I think is the most ridiculous thing ever. And also, there are laws about about tying up 911. That's what I'm saying, Joanna. I think I don't know how many times, but no, she went on Michelle's life and was talking to her, being nice to her, and then all of a sudden flashed her. But talking about it and bringing attention to it is what she wants. You know what I'm saying? That's the sucky part. Okay, let me read some comments here. I saw her utters clipped. I had to make an appointment with a counselor for the trauma. You're funny, Hannah. Right? um, that's too much like, right, expecting Mega Mouth and her side clowns to do right, but an actual victim is asking more than they are capable of doing. I agree. And the thing is that I did not see the whole thing, and I do know that Michelle does talk stuff. I know that. Okay. I definitely know that she talks stuff about her. I'm not saying that it's just on B author's end. I'm not saying that. But what I will say is that I feel as though the attack is more aggressive from B author's side. And the reason why is because you have way more subscribers than her, okay? And also Michelle has openly admitted that she has, is it BPD? I don't want to get it wrong. If I'm wrong, please correct me in the comments, but she has openly admitted that she has a mental illness. Okay. So I feel like you should be the bigger person. You should be the person, but instead, no, you are exploiting this woman. Okay. For money. Okay. You're exploiting this woman for your own financial gain. That's all you're doing. And I'm worried that it's going to turn really bad. Okay. Because excuse me, what I will say is that regardless of how much Michelle says, and I know this because I I have the messages when, you know, Michelle was first in my comment section and she signed up for to be a patron of Be Authors, and she literally said, you know, Molly's not calling me. She's supposed to do this, she's supposed to do that. And mostly she was waiting for Be Author's phone call. And as I think, in my opinion, I think that Michelle was being a little bit impatient because I will say that she had only signed up for Patreon within like a couple days, and I don't know what the stipulations are, anything, the rules when it comes to how quickly the author is supposed to call you. I have no idea. But regardless, I just kept telling, trying to comfort Michelle and tell her, look, she'll call you when she can. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think you're going too far with this. Ultimately, I just feel that she really, really liked the author in the beginning and she wanted to be her friend. And then, like I said, it kind of turned into rage when she started seeing things. And then you have somebody like the author attacking her. So all I'm saying is that now it has come to a place where you can't help but worry. I think, and if I'm wrong about this, please correct me, but I'm pretty sure Michelle was live all night last night, wasn't she? Like all night. And then you have the audacity to call the police on this woman, and all she was doing was cooking. But you're calling the police, yelling at the police. From the clips that I've seen, you're yelling at the police, telling the police that you're afraid. You're sitting there saying that she has a concealed weapon, all of these things. And it's like, this is so disgusting. Like, just because that woman has a weapon that she may probably has a license for to protect herself does not mean she's going to do anything. She was sure slurring her words in the 2 videos I have seen of her so far. She may have been. She may have been. Are you talking about Michelle, Alberta, and Stella? I think MGL, excuse me, does this on purpose. She gets these very vulnerable, lonely, and needy, clingy women, and MGL messes with them and loves their admiration and money. They probably shouldn't spend on a glossy. I agree with you 100%. I just mentioned this to my moderators. I feel like she purposely surrounds herself with vulnerable people. It's very obvious. MGL brags about her. It's okay for her to do it, but not Michelle. Exactly. Yes, I saw a video of Michelle for the first time 2 days ago. Yes. She's definitely, like I said, I'm not going to say that she doesn't say things. She does. She definitely does. It's like a back and forth thing. And if you want something to stop, you're not going to go back and forth with that person, right? You're not going to keep going back and forth, back and forth. If you want it to stop, you're going to let them continue to talk about you, and then you're going to either, document everything, make sure you're taking screen clips and screen recordings so that way you have all the evidence you need if you have to go the legal route. But if you're constantly going back and forth with somebody, that's what you want. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously, if you attack her, she's going to attack you. So it's going to continue to be a tit for tat. If you didn't want it that way, then you would not continue to speak on this person. You know what I mean? All the doxing. It's absolutely ridiculous, Becca. I mean, it's bad. Wait, B Crunk apologized to MGL. I think B Crunk needs to step away from her completely. I agree. Here's the problem, and then I'm going to show, well, I'll show the screenshots first, and then I will talk about that towards the end. I'm really surprised Marissa hasn't been sued yet. Me too. Me too. Calling the police was not necessary at all. I agree, Rebecca. It was clearly targeted harassment. The author, Justin, and their patrons. Yeah, the one thing that I will say is that they say probably some of the most disgusting things I've ever seen in my life, you guys. In my life. I've seen some disgusting things, but these people say the most disgusting things to, it's just, I don't even know what to say. I don't. That we're trying to outdo each other last night. Neither would quit their lives until oh my gosh. Are you serious? And happy October 1st. Yes, thank you, Stella. We tried to console B Crunk. I really hope she's okay. Yes, I will talk about that. Hold on. So let me show you guys something real quick. When you hear silence, that's just because I am pulling something up and I don't want you guys to hear the clicking noise. Hold on, you guys. I'm looking for it. I'm going to try to not have it on mute. So I am trying to find something specific here. Wait a minute. I think I found it. Nope, that's not it. Yeah, there's been some crazy things. Like I said, I told you guys, there's been some crazy things going on. If you have been paying attention, some people, and there's nothing wrong, you guys, with logging off. I'm not constantly on the internet. I do not sit on the internet all the time and just wait to see what the hell's going on. I don't do that because it can be very, very toxic. Is it worth it? No, it's not worth it. It's not worth sitting on the internet constantly trying to see everything that's going on, But if you can handle it, go for it, It could be entertaining, yes. And people love entertainment. People love gossip. People love a show. But I feel like regardless of whether you're being entertaining or not, there comes a time when you're being entertaining at someone's expense. That's when I think, no. That's when I think enough is enough. Hold on, I think I found it. Okay, I found it. Let me share my screen. Okay, this is from Nonsense on the Web 2.0, and this was a post that she made, and then these are people that she is saying, sticking the middle finger up to, because I guess they were saying things to her. These are just some of the comments, like, not even a court appointed attorney. It says she's representing herself, but I thought she has 3 attorneys or retainers. Now, see, this is what I'm talking about, you guys. Like, these people, even though this is a private matter, and that this is something that has nothing to do with the Justice for Vaughn thing or anything, people are taking that whole, report or whatever it is that they found towards Miss Latisha. And even though it's private, they are taking it and kind of colliding, or whatever you want to call it, with each other. Like, okay, you have a court appointed attorney for this case that you are being sued for right now. However, when it comes to the Justice for Vaughn, didn't they say she had attorneys? Okay, so people are still attacking her because they are looking at everything that was said with the Justice for Vaughn thing, and they're attacking her with that because of no one should have dug into this anyway. I don't feel like they should have brought it out, but people are going to bring it out because there are still people talking about this. And for goodness sakes, she was going around saying that another report was fake that has something to do with the Justice for Vaughn situation, but she's saying it's fake because she was reported in that report as well. So she's trying to go through all of these hoops and hurdles to say, oh, the report is fake, and then I confirm that it's real. Okay, and then Ms. Leticia confirms that it's real, because it is. It's reality. What's the point of acting as though that it's fake? And you still wanted to say that it's fake because you didn't want to address it. Okay, and even though this is a private matter, I'm going to have to disagree with some people that think, why should the author have to come in and say anything? Well, no, she doesn't have to, but I still think it would be the right thing to do, instead of leaving this woman out in the cold to defend herself when you're the one who got her into this mess in the first place. That's just my opinion. Yes, Ms. Latisha is a grown woman and she can make her own decision, and there's things that she has to take responsibility for, but I'm sure things would be worked out if she was to speak up. You know what I'm saying? If she was to speak up and say what happened, or whatever the situation is with the Justice for Vaughn situation, I'm sure things could be worked out. But ultimately, it still means that you are basically saying, I don't care about this. I don't have anything to do with it. Well, kind of you do. Even though it may be private, you still have something to do with what's going on on the internet, and why this woman is being attacked relentlessly. Okay, let me see. Okay, here's another one. Here's says, you gave me the finger. I'm explaining why. Me and so many others feel the same way we do. Now I'm done talking to you. Because I think pretty much the response was Ms. Latisha giving everyone the finger. Some people don't think that's her. That's normally not like Ms. Latisha. However, it could be, so you can only take so much. You can only take so much. And then you're going to, you're going to get mad. You're going to start cussing people out. It is what it is. Yes, MGL has said several times that Ms. Latisha has legal representation, and she has seen receipts. Exactly. So that's the point. And people are like, wait a minute. In this case you have coming up, you don't even have an attorney. Why is that? So they're basically coinciding what's happening with her privately, and they're comparing it to what's happening with her online, on YouTube, on Facebook, or whatever, the Justice for Vaughn situation. And like I said, yes, creators are still talking about this. So therefore, how hard is it to say, hey, you know what I'm saying? Leave Miss Latisha alone. Leave that woman alone. You can't sit there, you run from it and pretend like it doesn't exist. That's not going to make it go away. Just like the report. Saying that it's fake doesn't make it go away for her. Sometimes you just snap. And I wouldn't blame Latisha at this. Exactly. Exactly, Stranger Clean. Sometimes you literally just snap. You just get you can only take so much. That's how I feel. Once you're pushed to a certain point, of course, you're going to get mad and start giving people the finger and all that stuff. which will be different attorneys anyway for personal matters, right? I'm sure. I don't know how that whole thing works. I do know that if you get an attorney and you're putting down a retainer, I would think that attorney could help you with whatever, but I don't know. I'm watching the replay. You called MGL an elderly person. Well, she is an older woman. Okay, why are you acting like that? Never mind. I don't even know what the point of even asking for is. Okay, so it says, yes, a lawyer that deals with medical or family law doesn't necessarily deal with financial or loan matters. That's true too. People have no right to know her business and have no right to have questions about her business. Enough is enough. I agree. You don't hire a prosecutor attorney, as Latisha said. Even MGL put her head down on that statement. What I mean, I don't know. Did she? I mean, with something like this, an attorney on retainer should have been able to represent her on this matter. I don't know. I don't know how attorneys work, so I'm not going to speak on it because I don't know shit. Hold on. Reading comments. Tia, why are the caterers one-sided about things? What do you mean Molly's hair plug? You guys are silly as hell. What do you mean? One-sided? Don't worry, we're going to talk about that on my live stream tomorrow. But all I will say is that I don't, oh Lord. I mean, I don't like KJ, you guys. You guys know that. Like, I do not like that woman. I think she does a lot of malicious, hateful, awful, hurtful, very, very, very hurtful things to people. She slanders people. She says mean things to people. She doesn't care who she hurts, who she affects. I get it. Okay. But here's another thing. So is B. Author. She is the exact same way, if not worse. But yet she had the opportunity to gain empathy from new people because the new people didn't know who she truly was. Okay. And a lot of people, even if they're new, they still knew the way that KJ was. So it gave B. Author the opportunity to pounce in on the situation and play the victim and play like she's being completely 100% dragged and hurt by Katie Joy. When in the same sense, she does the same things as her, if not worse. Because let's put it like this. She has doxed people. I have seen Katie Joy do it. You know, Katie Joy has doxed people. I've watched her. But so does the author. Okay? So how is it fair to sit there and how is it fair to sit there and say, you know, oh, KJ, she's this, she's that, you know, she's a horrible person, but not say the same thing about the author? It's hypocritical. Okay, especially if you have sat back and watched the things that she's done, or you just do a little bit of research. It's hypocritical to sit there and you're calling out KJ, but yet you're turning a blind eye to what the author has done. It's just, it's very, very, it's not hard to see. Exactly. And I think with some people, it's like, okay, you want to call out KJ? Everybody has their own reasoning for why they call out KJ. Most people, it's because she's dangerous. And some people only have a platform just to call out KJ, and that's fine. Some people call out all kinds of creators. But regardless, you're sitting there and it's almost as though you're excusing the author's behavior, but not KJ's, when they do the exact same things. If not, in my opinion, the author is worse. The thing that gets me with KJ is she's sneakier about shit. KJ said she was done talking about Ms. L, but now apparently that there is drama, KJ is happy to be. Exactly. I heard she even said something. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show you guys the rest of these screenshots. Well, if they did tell her, which I'm sure she knows, it's not as if she's speaking up about it. I feel if you call one, you call all, including the ones who are attacking. Exactly, Starbright. I agree. There's a page on Facebook that's starting to call. Good. Good. That makes me very, very happy. Needs to be all over the place. She needs a new attorney for this situation. Her lawyer for Vaughn is in Arizona and will only deal with that situation. It definitely, like I said, I don't know anything about that because I don't personally know what attorneys and what they will and won't do. But of course, if whether it's true or if it's not, if attorney can do it, or if they can't, people are still talking shit about that. I doubt she even needs an attorney for this case. Usually the loan company represents themselves and the defendant represents themselves. The facts are their loan has not been paid, bottom line. And because that has not been paid, you have people sitting here saying, what is it with Ms. Leticia and money? Okay. And then you have the things that happen with the whole Justice for Vaughn thing. You still have creators calling this whole thing out. They want answers. People want answers. They feel like, okay, people shouldn't be able to get away with this type of stuff, because at the end of the day, you guys, when people are taking money out of their own pockets, it can get serious. That's why I try not to have anything to do with those types of situations. It gets serious. So I think it's very important for people to understand and pay attention, or even if you have to go back and do research like I am, definitely do that. And the reason why I'm going back and doing research is because there was somebody that I was friends with that I trusted, and she was a mutual friend, and that mutual friend, okay, between us, she was in between us, okay, her friend was the author, and because of it, there could have been things told to me that was to perpetuate their narrative. Okay. But I thought this person was my friend. I trusted her to a certain extent. So therefore, sometimes you got to take it back. Okay. I knew nothing about MGL before all of this. I knew KJ standards, BS, so kind of sided with MGL, never subbed or liked her content. Never thought we'd find KJ Mark II on steroids. Yeah, it's literally, okay. Dave, perfect analogy. I feel like B author is Katie Joy on steroids. Bottom line, like she just is. I really do. I think she's just a bigger dose of KJ. And some people just they don't want to see it. But it's hard to unsee it once you do. Okay? It just is. I don't know if you guys probably can't see this. Hold on, let me see if I can. Wait. There's a way. I forget how to do it. Okay. Hold on, you guys. Oh, yeah. I'll fix the backdrop in a minute. Yes, the movie is good and kind of made me sad because they are handing offering. I've always said that MGL and KJ are in the same. I agree. I agree down the rabbit hole. I have not ever watched KJ. Only subbed to be author for about 5 months. And then unsubbed. Couldn't stand watching her. Heartless, bash people, financial bragging, always grossly eating and Does she do that a lot? Because I don't watch her. KJ, but I know the few times she's freaking eating like whatever. MGL is more erratic and dangerous. KJ is problematic, but not as dangerous. That's my opinion. Been aware of KJ for years. I agree with that. Aesop's. I thought she was doing the burping thing to turn off the BBCs. Love you. Love you too. Teaya, I will be back. It's okay, Kelly. Thank you for letting me know, sweetheart. She always eats, always. Yep, I know a lot of honest creators in the past that got caught up in controversy over donations or fundraising. Even when they were doing everything right, people would get mad, then start calling exactly, Orbit. That's what I'm saying. And I'm not saying that every creator, if you do get involved with it, that there's not something wrong with it. All I'm saying is that it would have to be something really, really serious. And I don't even know if I would get involved with it then. I would probably be the one to say, hey, I'm going to donate to you and we're going to leave it at that. Because it just turns bad. Every single one that I've ever seen, I'm right with you, Orbit. Every single one that I've ever seen, it always turns into something bad. It always turns into that creator being called a scammer and not being transparent enough. And it's just because everyone has a difference of opinion. And money, you guys, unfortunately, with a lot of people, it's more important to some people than it is to others. Everybody has their opinion about when it comes to donating money. Some people think when you're donating money to somebody, if they say, look, this is a reason why I want you to donate, if it's not being used for that, people get pissed. And then there's other people who say, hey, once you donate to somebody, it's up to them to do with that money whatever they want to do. So it's like it's a lose-lose situation, in my opinion. Hold on 1 second. Okay, let me show this really quickly. Is that it? Yeah, I think that's it. Okay. So this one says, once again, in case you didn't hear me the first time. And then that's the middle finger. So I think that's Miss Leticia to someone else. Can you guys see it? Okay. I will read this one. It says, Latisha, shame on you. And then there's Ms. Latisha, middle finger, and then it says, oh, look, you're finally showing those true colors. Don't forget to drag her. And then somebody said, a mess. Don't you have a Bible study to go to? So as you can see, people are being very mean. Okay. Here's this next one here. It says, excuse me, it says, whatever, I sat back long enough and allowed y'all to drag me through the effing mud over and over again. And now I react. It's my true colors. Then let it be. Let it be that as it may. F all y'all. Now that's my true colors, bitch. Everyone a gangster behind these social media sites. But this is my real life we're talking about. So I'll say it again. So, yeah. That's obviously Ms. Latisha is upset because at the end of the day, now people are like attacking her. And hey, if you were being attacked for so long, you know, she's kept it classy for a long time. Eventually you're going to break. Eventually you're going to get your gangster's going to come out. It is what it is, right? Yes, it was her. She was on another creator's site today talking about it. This poor woman has been through pure hell. I agree, Barbara. In my opinion, I think that's someone else. So a lot of people think it's her. A lot of people think it's someone else. To be honest with you, I'm going to say that I wouldn't doubt if it is her. Just because she's going off, everyone has a breaking point, you guys. Everyone does. No matter how Christian you are, no matter how classy you are, even myself, no matter how classy I try to keep it, everyone has a breaking point. Everyone has that point to where they start saying, you know what, fuck all y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's true. You know, my mom was a Christian. My mom was a very much Christian. But when she got mad, you would never know. I'm just saying. And that's the truth. You just see a different side of her. It took a lot to get her there, but once she got there, you wouldn't know who she was. Okay, I think there's more. Hold on, let me. Okay, so it says, y'all now, no, never mind. This is somebody responding to what she just said. Girl, please, all this on you. Literally all you have to do is show proof. Be transparent. You chose not to do that. Now you're mad because people have questions. Be mad at yourself, mama. That was a response to her. And then you pretty much just have somebody said, don't you have a life? Oh no, that's Ms. Latisha said, don't you have a life besides Facebook? And then it says just pretty much middle fingers. Okay, so this was the post here. And this is nonsense on the web. Hold on, let me open this image and make it bigger. Hold on, you guys. Okay. So it says breaking news. Not really breaking or shocking. Just wanting to provide information for transparency purposes, as I know it'll get twisted. I was alerted that there had been totally separate filing made on LB on 9/27/22. I was able to confirm said information as fact, but please note that the only reason I'm discussing this is because it seems to be completely unrelated. It does not seem to have a single thing to do with the reports filed or anything with donations to what we know. The civil suit was filed by an unrelated finance company. So as of right now, please do not confuse these situations. Okay, so see, that's that's where I have a problem. Okay. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Here's where I have a problem with that. If it's unrelated, then why even show it? Why even put it out there? You know what I'm saying? That's the only problem I have with this. Like, I understand that, everyone does their research and they find things, but if it's unrelated and has absolutely nothing to do with the Justice for Vaughn situation, then why even show it in the first place? Because, of course, that's going to cause outrage. And I don't know if I missed the part. I think I didn't get the part where Katie Joy had said something to her too, which is like, Katie, shut the fuck up. At the end of the day, you started a lot of this shit, and that's just my opinion. And you said you weren't going to speak on it again, but here you are bashing her on a completely unrelated issue. You're supposed to be a reporter. You're supposed to be smart enough to know this is unrelated. It has nothing to do with the whole Justice for Vaughn situation. And for you to just go ahead and put your 2 cents in, we know that you did that to play the victim, because that's what you do. But in my opinion, it's just my opinion. I don't feel as though what is the point of that even being showed at all. But you have people, like I said, kind of coinciding them together and looking at it like, okay, this is a money situation. Obviously, there's something going on with money and blah, 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 blah. But to me, that was just more of an excuse to attack her. Wait a minute. Block. Okay. So there was never any excuse to attack her in the first place. So I'm just saying, what is the point of even bringing that shit up? Right? Okay. I can't imagine what you are going through, and I am so sorry. I wish people would leave you alone. I agree. Everybody has a breaking point, you guys. I can understand that at Latisha bias, and I do believe you should be left alone. Time to just distance yourself from everybody so you can get the privacy you deserve. Exactly. I didn't even know that Miss Latisha was in here. It was me, Tia. Thank you for confirming that, Miss Latisha. I appreciate that. It was me, Tia. I'm just tired. I've been so quiet while people made video after video, and I'm just fed up. I apologize for my actions, but all I want is for people to leave me alone. 100. I 100% agree with you. And I have my opinions on that. I still think that people should be speaking out for you. Okay? People have been speaking out for you when it comes to everything else. But that's just my opinion. However, everyone has a breaking point. Everyone does. So, let me see here. But thank you so much for confirming that for me, Miss Latisha. I really appreciate that. It means a lot. And I hope you're doing well. And I am constantly praying for you and constantly praying for Vaughn, your husband, Lynette, Marvin Sr., everyone, Dre, her kids. I pray for all of y'all. Okay. We all do. I'm just saying, oh yeah, I got them fast fingers. There's no reason for her to be in here. Why the fuck is she in here? I don't play fake people. Take your ass right back over to where you were. Okay, so I think Molly is the one that scammed everyone, including Ms. Bias, with Justin riding the wave. I agree, Glemma D. I don't really think Latisha was being that rude or anything in that thread. We all get pissed at random people on Facebook. We do. Everyone, people get pissed off and, we say stuff, it's it happens. It happens, and that's okay. Everyone has that time where they're just like, you know what? Fuck it. Unfortunately, it is going to be used against you, but we're human. We're all human. Think about, I would show the receipts to the ones that donated and have asked to see them. Yes, we got your back over here and we adore you. Don't listen to what other people say. I think you are amazing, and I will always defend what I feel is right. And regardless of what anybody thinks, I don't care. The point is that someone who is not a creator, it's hard for them to endure that type of video after video being made about you. That's hard. That's hard, you guys, especially when you're not used to that, Yeah, I'm not going to play that two-faced game with you people. You talk about me, you're saying all this bullshit. Take your ass and don't come over here, because your ass will be blocked, okay? I am not, well, that's what I'll just talk about this right now. Last. As you guys all know, that, what's her name? What's that girl's name? One of my mods. What is her name again? How is my head blank? I'm losing it. I can't remember. I know it's at the tip of my tongue. It's not an easy name to remember. Oh, Dave. Yeah, that's right. Be crunk. Thanks, Dave. Love you. So I don't have a problem with Be Crunk. I don't. I listen to, like I told you guys, I rely on my mods. Thank God for them, because I don't, like I said, I love them, all my mods, to watch things and to make sure you watch the specific things that can be used legally, all that kind of stuff. And the reason why is because, like I said, I do not watch videos about me, because how I look at it is you are mentally and verbally abusing yourself. If you want to watch a video about yourself because you want to just have information, fine. But if you're just watching a video about yourself with you're constantly being bashed, slandered, and derogatory things are being said to you, derogatory things towards the LGBTQ plus community, all these kind of things, there's no reason for me to watch that. However, I do always think that it's very important that if certain things need to be recorded, then they need to be recorded, okay? For legal use, to report, all of that stuff. So, I only seen a little bit of her on Be Author's panel. I didn't see the whole thing. I didn't see everything, and I don't want to. But what I will say is that I do think she's a nice girl and everything, but I'm going to say this very clearly. I was there for you. We were all there for you. My whole community was there for you. We were comforting you. We understood how upset you are. But then you go and you get on Be Author's panel and you literally say blatantly on her panel that the only reason why you came on my panel was to get Be Author's attention. Not because you wanted support, not because you wanted, it was a completely different reason as to why you got on my panel than what you said. Okay. And I think it's horrible the way that you were treated. However, you obviously don't have a problem with it because, yeah, screenshots. There you go, Care Bear. You obviously don't have a problem with being treated that way. if you run back over there the next day while you're here, you run back over there and you literally wanted to be a part of her community again, and that's fine. But in the same sense, you're complicit. Okay. You know all the things that this woman has done. You know she has doxed my moderator. You've watched her do some pretty horrible things. You've even said it on my panel, but yet you still went back over there. And obviously, that's somebody that you want to be friends with. And if you want to be friends with her, that's fine. But you're not going to use my community, okay, when it's convenient. That's not going to happen. I feel like I always want to be transparent with people, and I always want to be for my community, for all of us to be respectful to one another and to be respectful to people who are obviously in, a bad situation, and we want to be there for people. However, I'm not going to let somebody hop back and forth when it's convenient for them. That's just not the way it works over here. Unfortunately, Tia, clips don't tell the full story. I'm not talking about anyone in particular. In general, it gets taken out of context too much. Again, not about issues. Yeah, it does get taken out of context, but not this one. This was literally a 20 to 30-minute clip of her on the panel. And of course, I feel bad. I think it's horrible that, she's being treated this way, and she's crying, and, she's being consoled. But in the same sense, what happened as soon as she jumped off panel? She was talked about. Okay. And all I'm saying is that you very clearly expressed your thoughts and how you felt and why you came up on my panel. And I think it was completely different than what you said when you were here at that time. And all I'm saying is that I'm not going to have people do that kind of stuff. I'm just not. I won't have my community being used in any way, shape, or form. It's just not going to happen. And I wish her the best. I hope that, Be Author lets her back in the Patreon, and I hope everything works out with that. But as far as, that whole situation, I'm sorry, I don't play that shit. I just don't like it. I don't like when, from the things that I've heard, and I do feel bad for her. Absolutely. I feel like, but I'm not going to have the people who are in my community that are a part of my community. I'm not going to let the people that I care about be used whenever it's convenient. Okay, I'm going to go over here. Okay, I'm going to go over there. I'm going to go over there. Because regardless, if you want to be over there, then you're complicit to the horrible things that she does. And that means you don't see a problem with the things that she does. And if you don't see a problem with the things that she does, this community is not for you. Because we don't do that shit over here. We don't condone that shit over here. And that's it. You can't always just be so like there available. You can be there for somebody and try to help them, but if they show you, look, I really don't give a fuck because this is where I want to be, then let them be there. It's that simple. People need help just to be a part of some mess. Exactly. I watched that whole thing, but she went on that panel after sending MGL a text about not doxing her grandparents, etc. It was just very sad to see that abuse dynamic real time. Thank you for this. It was very sad, and I hope that she is welcome back into the authors community. Like, there's no reason why she shouldn't be. I hope she's welcome back and she goes into the Patreon and she becomes a mod again. I hope all of that works out for her. Okay. She went on the panel. She told, her story as to why she came on my panel, things like that. Of course, we were, excuse me, going to be very welcoming to her, but in that same sense, once I heard her say the reason why she came on my panel, it was completely different. It was a completely different explanation as to why she came on my panel in the first place. And I will honestly say that I don't want nothing to do with that mess. I just don't. It's sad, but we have to protect ourselves. It's brutal out there. Exactly. You have to protect ourselves. I have to try to protect the people, the people in my community. I don't want people being used. I don't want people feeling like, I just don't want that mess being brought here. I just don't. And I feel like once she gave her explanation, she came on my panel because she just wanted to be heard by B. Arthur. She just wanted B. Arthur's attention. It had nothing to do with the reason that she said. I'm sorry. I don't want anything to do with that. I just don't. Flissy Bunkers UK 1984. Welcome to the Glam Fam. Flissy Bunker UK. Am I saying that right? Flissy Bunker UK 1984. I like your name. Welcome to the Glam Fam. Thank you for becoming a member, sweetheart. I appreciate you. Be crunk, Missy. And I'm not talking about her in any way, shape, or form. I don't think she's a bad person. I don't think anything like that. All I'm saying is that when someone shows you who they are, you guys, you have to believe it. I'm not going to subject my community to be put in that type of position where you're being used. I'm not going to do it. And you made your choice. If she would have said, hey, I went over Tia's because I needed some support, I would have no problem with that. But that's not what she said. She said she wanted her attention. And I hope they give her the attention. I don't know. I feel like she said that they were ignoring her, all of those things. But what I will say is you don't have to worry about anything. She's not a spy or anything like that. Sorry, B. Arthur, you're not that important to me. I'm not going to have spies come over to your Patreon. I can give a fuck less about what's going on over in your Patreon, except for the fact that you're doxing people. That's what I care about. You're using people's information, okay, when you get pissed off at them and you're doxing them, okay? So that's why, okay, that's the only thing that I care about. Let's put it that way. Hey, Nerdily, welcome to the Glam Fam. Weren't you a member? Weren't you a member already, Nerdily? Well, welcome anyway if you weren't a member, or maybe you're renewing. I don't know. Maybe I was wrong. But thank you so much. And yes, thank you. This is fall time. This is a fall hair color. So I'll try to keep it like this for a while. Becca Ellen. Hold on, let me read. God, Tia, that statement is so effing true. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. Exactly, Shada. That hair color, amazing on you, Tia. Thank you, Rianne. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Right. The worst thing is none of them like her back in the stand. That's I feel bad. I feel bad to a certain extent. I do. Because, it seems as though she was very upset, very emotional. And that's sad. It's sad to hear somebody hyperventilating and so like wanting that friendship. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't seem as though it's reciprocated. But in that has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with any of us. I'm not saying that she's not welcomed in the chat or anything like that. All I'm saying is that as far as, showing text messages and all of those things, I don't want anything to do with that, because I'm not going to have her coming on my panel showing all these text messages of this and that and this and that, and then the following day you're on her panel again. I'm not going to do it. So thank you, Georgia girl. I appreciate that. It's like an auburn color. I think a lot of people change their hair to this color for fall, for the most part. She always uses that Patreon sisterhood to abuse and to use people who, for some odd reason, idolize her. I think it's primarily very lonely women with low self esteem. I agree. I agree. I don't think every woman is like that, but I do think the majority, absolutely. I feel like it seems as though she surrounds herself around people who are vulnerable, and she picks on people who are vulnerable too, like Michelle. Even though I know that Michelle gives her a run for her money, at the same time, I do look at Michelle as she's more vulnerable because she has blatantly admitted that she has a mental um, illness. So, therefore, you can get to her easily. You can get to her easier than you would the average person, you know what I'm saying, who maybe doesn't suffer with that same. I'm saying the one thing that I know about people who have BPD, or don't mistaken me, I could be wrong, this is allegedly, but I do know that people who have BPD, one of my best friends growing up had BPD, and it was literally like an up and down roller coaster. And one of the things that with her is that she used to get so mad and angry when people would lie on her or pick on her. That girl used to get in so many fights. That girl got in fights for me, and I would tell her to stop. Like, it's just, it was a roller coaster being friends with her, and we're still cool, but unfortunately, her story didn't turn into a good one. But I will say is I feel like she going back and forth tit for tat. This isn't something you have to do with this woman. And it's like, you're like in your 60s, your late 60s. Grow up. Grow up. How long are you going to continue to act like you're 16 years old? Like we're in fucking high school. Um, Vulnerability of all sorts will play right into the hands, right into MGL's love hate dynamic. I agree. Um, Michelle is definitely pushing MGL's buttons, and it's funny. Last night, Michelle went went in on Megamouth. Good. I mean, I'm glad that she's fighting back. She's not backing down, but in the same sense, I still think between these two, I think it's gonna. I just don't. I don't have a good feeling of how it's gonna turn out, and my concern is for Michelle because when you have a big platform, and her platform isn't big, but it's bigger than Michelle's. Michelle is a smaller creator who just started out, and I think she only created a channel to just get under B author skin. But regardless, she got her channel, and this she's a smaller creator. And then you have B author and all of her people relentlessly attacking her. She has more people that is attacking Michelle than vice versa. So I just feel like it can only end badly if the two of them, she's calling 911. It's like you're calling 911. And from what I was seeing, now I could be wrong, but from what I was seeing, Michelle was cooking. It's just, I don't know, y'all. It's just, to me, it's bad. I look at this in a very, very different way. Something bad is going to happen in the end. Yes, Tia, it's scary. It's scary to watch. It really, really is. When you're going back and forth and you're freaking calling the police, you're wasting resources. And all I could see when I would go over and watch Michelle is she was cooking. That's it. She wasn't doing anything. She may have been talking her shit, but she was cooking. Thank you, Chanel. Thank you, beautiful. I think it's by Milani. No, it's Juvia's place, but I think it's chocolate. The police department told MGL to leave Michelle. Hold on. Sometimes the comments go and I can't even see. Wait, the police department told MGL to leave Michelle alone, basically? Really? They told her that? Sorry, I'm late to get under whose skin. Be author. I think she looks like B. Arthur. Compare the two of them. They look exactly like. Tia, it was her actions all day, not just about cooking. I suffered the lives. She needed a welfare check, in my opinion. Oh, really? Well, to me, all I seen was her cooking. So you really think that she needed people? She needed the authorities to come to her house, Mimi? I'm 63 and I'm having a hard time thinking I'm elderly. I remember thinking my grandparents were so old when they were in their 60s. You're not elderly. I hate peace, but she is. She's way, way, way too old to be showing her hoo has on the internet. That's what I'm saying. So I wouldn't consider you as elderly, but she is. That's just my opinion. Um, but they were on a long live this morning and made up, worked it all out. Michelle did tell her that she was going to make fun of her, though. Michelle is funny though. She's got a good personality. Um, then you add Penelope and the Amber channel and all their subscribers bully Michelle. It's a lot for anyone. That's what I'm saying. Aesop's inspiration. What I'm saying is that when you have a big platform like that and people start your people start attacking someone who's a smaller creator, it can be tough. You know what I'm saying? Why isn't Molly exploiting a new victim family yet? She says she has so many to help. Well, then she should help them. Actually, no, she shouldn't. Face it, you're a drama channel. That's what you are. You're a drama channel. 50 calls to 911 were from B. Author's channel. But that's what I'm saying. So, Mimi, you think that she did need a welfare check? So you think that I just think that 50 calls is a bit extreme. Tia, I think the first call was last night to 911 was because she was either fell asleep or passed out during a live yesterday afternoon. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I did not know that. I think she looks like the old guy from. Let me think about that cartoon. I can't remember what he looks like. Yes, because MGL's minions kept calling the police department on her. See, that's what I heard. I heard that when the author called the police, then everyone else started calling too. And then they were getting so many calls. And what I'm saying is that if you did want to call in a welfare check on Michelle, you could have done that privately. You could have taken it offline. Okay. Especially if you were really concerned and you weren't doing this for entertainment, you could have taken it offline, called the police privately, and then came back on your live or whatever. Okay. But doing it live, it's going to make other people do that as well. That's what I'm saying. When you're the more you grow, the more responsibility. And who said that? Spider-Man? With great power comes great responsibility. Well, we all know she has no power. So I'm going to say the bigger your platform gets, the more responsibility you get. You have to be careful with what you say publicly. If I'm here right now and I'm going back and forth with another creator and I just say, you know what, I'm calling a wellness check on her and I do it right here. And I'm sitting there like, she's this, she's that. You guys are going to want to do it too. You guys are going to be like, well, if it's not working for her, let me see if I can do it. Then this person's going to say, let me see if I can do it. And it just becomes too much. No. Michelle was fine. No welfare check needed. See, everybody has their own opinions. Now, Commander says he doesn't feel that, or she doesn't feel that there was a welfare check needed. So it's like everyone's opinion is different. I'm getting the B author thing now. I'm so slow. I think she looks like Mickey Rourke. Oh, yeah. Definitely, Hannah. I see that. Exactly. B. Arthur. Well, the Golden Girls are my favorite. I think looks wise, I think she looks like B. Arthur minus the intelligence because B. Arthur was my favorite actually on the Golden Girls, because of her intelligence. But I feel like um, Megamouth looks and the look wise, her and B. Arthur look alike. The facial expressions. Watch the Golden Girls. I'm telling you, facial expressions and everything. Her patriarchs are so brainwashed that they are scared to death of her. Do you think so, Becca? But yes, I loved me some B. Arthur on the Golden Girls. That's my favorite show ever. Mimi says drinking, taking pills, nodding off. It wasn't good. Now, see, maybe you didn't see that part, Commander. Yes, I love B. I was just saying today's 60s are not old. I agree. I agree. I still say she is. Stella, I still say that she is way too old to be showing that on the internet. This is like, it's absolutely ridiculous to me. You know, I just feel like get some kind of maturity class. That was absolutely ridiculous. And she only did it for attention. That's the only reason why she did it. But there's so many other things that you can do for attention besides showing that. Um, It stops here, Queen Tulsa. Hey, Queen Tulsa, how are you? It's good to see you. I understand. I think it's funny when you say that. Yeah, if you watch The Golden Girls and you look at B. Arthur, I'm telling you, I was watching a couple of days ago and I'm like, holy crap. Hoo ha. Did MGL show that? Yes, she did. It was. It was. I agree. Poor B. Arthur. She's rolling in her grave for being. They've bullied her relentlessly for weeks. All age means is you've been on this planet longer than others. I agree. I agree, Stella. I agree with that for you, Stella. I do. And then MGO was saying she's like other Oscar winning actresses who've shown. Oh, oh Lord. Who've shown their breast on screen, like Nicole Kidman, etc. Oh my God, delusion is not a big enough word for this woman. Amen. Because that is not in comparison. That was a movie that they're getting paid millions of dollars to show their hoo-has. Okay? Not to go on somebody's panel and just randomly show your breast. She was fine. I watched it. So a lot of people are saying that she was fine. I'm so glad I miss seeing B. Arthur. Yes, I would never be able to unsee that. Yes, it was another live way after the boob show. I didn't see the boob show. They were laughing about it. Yeah, I'm sure they thought it was funny. And from what I heard, Michelle did do that to her, though, in her defense. Michelle did do that to B. Arthur, too. She did. Everyone who bullied Michelle yesterday is now saying how much they care for her. What? How do they care for her? That stuff Penelope says about Michelle is awful. I don't know who that is. How can they say 50 calls were from MGL? Honestly, her chat was worried too. Well, people can be worried. You're right. But in my opinion, I feel as though Michelle has definitely held her own and she has definitely been able to defend herself, and I absolutely love that about Michelle. But I will say is that she has definitely been relentlessly attacked by the author and her people, and that's just my opinion. And the author has way more people than Michelle does. Sorry, that was my lipstick that fell. I'm hoping that it ends with B author getting legally knocked off her high horse and losing both of her channels. I agree. No, that's a lie. She didn't pass out. That's not why they called. They called because they're bullies. I see you're very, very passionate, Commander. I will watch it myself. Is it still out? I really don't want to watch B author. I really don't. I will watch Michelle. I'll watch the whole live stream because that's all I need to see is hers. I already know what B author did. You know what I'm saying? So I'll watch Michelle's. I love your makeup. Thank you, Michaela. Thank you, sweetie. Worried what she was drunk in her house. Word that she was drunk in her house. MGL does everything for views. MGL has passed out quite a few times on a live, and no one called the police on her. Did she? Has she? I didn't know that. Emma's chat was also worried. Were they worried? She wasn't concerned. She was streaming her all night and bullying her. She called the police and started straight lying on Michelle. I think I would go with what my mod says. Sorry. She is, she is very informative, Sparkle, and I would believe her. And the reason why I believe her is because it's easier for me to believe her because I've been lied on myself. Just for no reason, just because she doesn't like me. She lied on me. She lies on everybody. She is the biggest liar here on the internet. Okay. So I'm sorry. I don't believe that everyone did this out of concern. Everyone called to have a well. I don't believe that. I believe it was done for entertainment, and that's just my opinion. That's just how I feel. Michelle was shitty with the police. She probably was. Yes, I am going to message you, Queen Tulsa. And 911 operator said all the calls were from your channel, referring to. Right. Yes, they did. And Michelle talked to the police department. Gosh, I'm way behind. The circle of life. We should all be so lucky to experience getting older. Not everyone does. Absolutely. She wanted to talk about how concerned she was for her mental state. So the best way to handle it is to show her nasty jugs. I don't think that was the best way to handle it. That's what I'm saying. What's the explanation for that? Like, she was so concerned for her, right? She's so very concerned for her. She's calling to have wellness checks on her. Her audience is calling to have wellness checks because everybody was concerned. Then what is the explanation for her going on? Because obviously you do know that Michelle can get her whole channel shut down for that. Yes, she can. That's nudity. And the reason why I say that is because I think she would either have to delete it. Let's just say a whole bunch of people reported Michelle. She could lose her channel for that. Yes, she can. Michelle is a trip, but I do feel she has emotional issues and may need some kind of help. Em just needs to leave her alone. And that's how I feel. She wasn't in any danger. 911 told her to stop calling. If someone needs the cops called for it's B. With all the yelling, screaming, and slurring, she's going to give herself a stroke. Well, let me keep going because I'm so far behind. And I'm like all the way up, you guys. Like, whoa. Someone made me a mod on Michelle's channel, not sure why, but just wanted to let y'all know. I don't usually watch her lives. I hope she's okay. I do. I hope she's okay too. Michelle didn't show anything. It was B author that showed someone. No way in heck was M worried for Michelle. M is sick and dangerous, and a dangerous individual, and she knew exactly what she was doing and needs to be stopped. This is a game for M, and someone is going to get hurt. I agree, Gina. I agree. And I will go watch, if Michelle's live's still up, I'll go watch it myself, because I'm sorry, I don't believe that B author was doing this out of the kindness of her heart, and she was just so deeply concerned about this woman and she wanted to help her. If she wanted to help her, then why go on her panel and flash her? That's what I'm saying. Right. What I'm saying is that it's happened to people that I know. It happened to, she ended up getting her channel back because there was obviously some confusion, because there was nudity, but it was just nudity from a picture on a super chat. And because it was nudity and she posted that super chat, okay, she pinned that super chat, you could still see that picture of the nudity. So what happened? A whole bunch of people, while that picture was up on the screen, started reporting her, and she lost her channel. And she had to fight to get her channel back and say, hey, this is not me. I wasn't doing it. It just, people were doing that to her, harassing and bullying her. So it happens, and it could have happened to Michelle. Meanwhile, I'm running on a talk text program because I got rid of my eyes. Please don't go find the clip of the udders. It's traumatizing. What happened? You got rid of your eyes. Please don't go flip off. Oh, wait a minute. Are you talking or are you being sarcastic? Rianne Skinner, I think it's been removed. I even looked through all the clip channels. It's scrubbed. She knew she was done. Oh my God, just stop. Why are you doing this? Michelle is Looney Tunes and she flashed. This is ridiculous of you. You certainly have hate from. First of all, let's just be clear here, okay? And then this is the last time you're going to be in here. What's your name? Carol. I don't give a fuck how many times Michelle has done it to her. It doesn't justify her doing it to Michelle. Okay? B author is a grown-ass woman. She doesn't have to go on somebody's panel and flash them just because they did it to her, for one. And for two, if she was so damn concerned about that woman, then how about you just leave her alone and just stop giving her content if you're so worried, okay? So you can miss me with that. And thirdly and fourthly, at the end of the day, this woman started talking about me first. She should have kept her mouth shut. And now you suffer the consequences for it. It's very simple. No, they're not welcomes here. Quit coming in here trying to cause a distraction and plant your little bullshit in my fucking chat where you're going to sit here and cause a distraction and try to make everybody think the way you think, because it's not going to work. Okay? It's not going to work. We're all smart enough to see through that bullshit. I support you 100%, Tia, and what JM have and are doing to you is despicable. M's walls are closing in, and because she has no conscience, she will do anything at any cost, and that is what makes her dangerous. Exactly. This woman was relentlessly attacking me for days. That you want to try to come in here and make an excuse for her? Go have a stadium full of seats. You're not going to come in here making any excuses for her just because I can talk about who I want, when I want, anytime I want, and I can critique any creator that I want to. And right now, she's the creator that I'm critiquing. And if I want to critique her tomorrow, I'll critique her tomorrow. If I want to critique her the next day, I'll critique her the next day. Because at the end of the day, this doesn't make or break her, to be honest with you. Eventually it will. You can only be a piece of shit human being. You can only be that for so long before the shit comes back on you, before karma comes and bites you in the ass. But until then, people are allowed to call her out on her shitty behavior. And I'm not saying that Michelle is perfect. I'm not saying that. I think that Michelle should stop engaging. Okay. But in that same sense, you would think that B. Author would be the fucking bigger person and quit engaging with this woman who has clear mental issues, in my opinion. Okay. And who has admitted that she has mental issues. So you could be the bigger person and step back and leave her alone. She could talk about you so her face turns blue. Didn't you say, what use do I have for a smaller creator? Go ahead, keep talking about me, make me rich. Okay, so then let her keep talking about you to make you rich. Why do you keep engaging with her? Because it's content and she's making money and she's exploiting it. That's why. And don't give me that bullshit about she hasn't been talking about me. The bitch is so jealous she can't even help herself. Okay? And she still continues to talk about me. Now, deal with that. And I don't even like calling people the B word, but I will call it to her because she is toxic and she hurts people. Okay? Period. Tia, I saw a lot. B was loving it, encouraging her subs and getting super chats for it. Michelle did not deserve it. She put the live on private in hopes to clip it, report it, and get. I hope. You mean Michelle clips it or the other way around? And ain't we all a little nutty sometimes? That's why I'll support her. She didn't in any way deserve what M did. I agree. I don't know who is Cheeto Dust. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't even really like to say that word. I mean, I call myself a bitch. I don't care. But the point is that she was just talking about me yesterday. So miss me with all your bullshit of coming in here and trying to there's nothing to defend with that woman. I do not care. Okay. And we're going to end it with this. I do not care if Michelle, because really you're contradicting yourself because you're always talking about your channel's done. If you're going to do content about me, your channel's done. You'll never get anywhere. You're right. I probably wouldn't get anywhere having my whole entire channel solely based on you. Absolutely. Because you're irrelevant. You're nobody. So of course my channel may not take off, but then it may, you just never know, you know, but regardless, you keep saying that people are not ever going to get anywhere talking about you and it's only benefiting you and it's only making you more rich. It's only putting more money in your pocket. So then why even engage with her? Just let her talk about you, right? Just let her do her thing and then you're going to do your thing. That's not what you're going to do because it's content, it's entertainment. Your people are loving it. Their bullying behavior is right along with you. Okay? Therefore, you're not going to stop. I think even if Michelle was to stop, I don't think she would. And that's just my opinion. MGO asked for birthday super chats just to piss Michelle off on her birthday. How sad is that? She asked her chat to go tell Michelle that she got 500. Yeah, you guys sound ridiculous when you come in here. Oh my God, I'm sorry, you're wrong. Like, you want to stick up for her, go take it somewhere else. You're not going to do it here. Tia, Michelle put her live on private in hopes to clip the Chi-Chi shots, report it, and hopefully get the author in trouble. Well, I don't see why she would. I mean, I don't know though, because it wasn't on her panel. But then again, I don't think it matters. I'm not sure. I don't know all of the YouTube rules, but I'm learning every single day. I'm learning. That's what I'm saying. Like, don't you have a child that watches YouTube? Like, to me, it's degrading. It's, you want to show him, but I feel like when you become a certain age and you become in your 60s, I'm not saying that it's completely old, but I feel like when you are in your 60s, you should have enough class to not do something like that, especially when you have people, you know, I could never do something like that because I would be afraid that my kids would see it. You know what I mean? Like I just, what if my kids were to see that? Like that, you have to be careful with that kind of shit. I would never want my kids to see that kind of shit. I'm a stand for tea. Oh, who said that? Thank you, Kelly. If you're talking about me, sweetie, thank you. Well, whatever. She looks like she's in her 60s. However, some people in their 60s look like they're in their 30s. So I just think that she happens to look older than what she is. But thank you, Aesop's inspiration. Yeah, that's still too old though. Yeah, absolutely. 47 is still, and regardless, if this woman can walk around, okay, trying to insult me by calling me a trans woman, if she can walk around doing that, do you think I care if I walk around calling her 60? The only reason why she's doing what she's doing is because she's trying to get under my skin. But the fact that you're using a trans gender person to get under my skin shows you what type of person she is. So, do you think I care if I'm saying that she's 60? To me, she's 60. Okay. Especially when you're getting all this Botox to look younger than you are, and you're just not. And I'll just leave it at that. I agree. That's what I mean. She just looks older than that. And I know some people, um, right, Stella. I know some people, Stella probably looks like she's in her 30s. It just depends on who you are and how you are, who you are on the inside, and it radiates on the outside. Michelle flashed her 2 different times on her live, so guess what? Goes around, comes around. Michelle got what she. Okay. I disagree. Just because Michelle did that to her, let Michelle be that person. Let Michelle be that person that does something ridiculous, okay, to get under somebody's skin. Just because she did it does not justify her doing it, no matter what you say. So now you're saying that two wrongs do make a right. But I thought that we were taught in kindergarten that two wrongs don't make a right. Make up your mind, make it make sense. That's just my opinion. That doesn't excuse her behavior. That's the problem. You keep excusing this type of disgusting behavior. No, there's no excuse for that shit. Just my opinion. My fiance is 49. I thought MGO was old enough to be his mother. Mm-hmm. That's what I thought. I'm glad I didn't see. I would have turned. I would have. Mega Mouse shouldn't be flashing anyone looking like that. And to be honest, she looked like someone. She looked like someone on the verge of a mental breakdown doing it, in my opinion. Yeah, from what I've seen, that was just bad. Like, to make yourself look that bad just because somebody did it to you. If somebody does it to you, then let them look bad. That doesn't mean that you have to look bad right along with them. Sorry, that's not an excuse for me. I understand people like to serve karma upon other people, but then guess what? When you are the one who tries to serve karma like you're God, Imagine what's going to happen to you. Like, quit using that excuse because that's not going to cut it. Two wrongs do not make a right. Just because she did it doesn't justify her. Like, let Michelle do it. Doesn't mean she had to. She was shaking. And this is exactly what she wants, you guys. She wants people talking about it. She wants people to go see it. Trust me. My thing is, you don't use the police to bully people. That's how people get hurt. It's true. I agree, Kara. She was shaking them back and forth, just looking. Oh, shit. Sparkle. The only person that should be offended is B author. I'm talking the actual B author, though. I don't think she would like knowing that we call. I think she looks like B author minus B author's personality and B author's intelligence, her wit. No, she doesn't have all those things. Not everybody can be blessed with all of those things. My husband even said, "What the." I wonder if I showed it to my fiance, what he would no. He'd probably be traumatized. No, I can't do it. M's actions also show the lack of respect she has for her husband and marriage. No respectable man would appreciate his wife exposing herself on YouTube. Amen, Victoria. You nailed it with that one. You nailed it with that. Like, if I was to do something like that, my fiance would be mad at me. Like, I don't know. Like, he'd probably not want to be with somebody like me if I did something like that. My fiance almost Hannah, you're cracking me up. Nasty old balloon. You guys, stop it. We're supposed to be classy up in here. Keep it classy up in here. Tia, my husband yelled at me saying, "What the fuck did you just show me?" See, this is what you guys like. This is what you subject yourself to when you do things like that. Like, nobody wants to see it. I'm sorry, nobody wants to see it. You act like you're a 16-year-old woman with perky. Even then, nobody would want to see it. But you act like you're in your early 20s, and you're all perkied up, and you're not. It's nothing to be proud of. Tia, you are on a whole nother level. That M could never be you. Be on. Wait a minute, never be on. You're so beautiful, intelligent, have a heart of gold and conscience. She is a lost cause, and her time will come one day. We adore you. I adore you too, Gina, and thank you so much. That means a lot to me. Hold on one second, you guys. I'm going to talk to you guys because I'm having fun. I know we're having fun. I'm going to talk to you guys for probably like 5-10 more minutes, and then I'm going to let you guys get some sleep. I'm going to go get my drink real quick. My Pepsi. Not a drink, not an alcoholic beverage, just my Pepsi. And my coffee. I'm gonna go heat up my coffee. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. What's everybody doing?
What are you talking about?
Okay. Hold on.
Let me guess. It's a.
What? What do you think it is?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, I'm going to show you.
I don't know.
You guys. Okay. Let me see if I can find it. Okay. Okay, here. Wait a minute.
Shall we begin?
I'm going to let my
Are you trying to
fiance.
set me up here?
No. I'm not. I'm going to let my fiance see this, you guys, okay? Oops, okay. Here. Press play. They won't see your bottoms, they just see your top. You have to let them see you.
All right, it's Molly. Okay, pull Molly up. So you
No problem. No problem. You'll have to close me out.
Hey, what's up?
Hi, honey. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I was hoping that we could talk.
What's that? I'm not mad at you.
You're not?
No.
Well, I'm not mad at you either.
Okay.
So, I mean,
I think that the cops put you in your place.
I do too. Yeah?
Hey, Justice, do you want to take a lane?
He's gonna come up.
Did you drop? Yeah, hold on. Justice, take a lane.
Let's go.
Justice, when you drop a lane, you need to drop it again. There we go.
Sorry.
What is she thinking?
What's it? Did you like that?
Who found that?
She just did that today.
She purposely did that.
Yes. I think he's in
What
shock.
the hell? Why did she do that?
Why did she do that, you guys? I think she just, I don't know why she did that. She went on her panel and did that. They're clowning. They are so dead. They're like, I love you guys. I just wanted to see if he would like that video. Right? Like, I just wanted to see. So what do you think? He didn't even watch the whole thing. He's down.
She's an idiot. She is too old for one.
Right.
To be doing some shit like that.
Right. That was channel. I'll put it in the description when this ends. Let me see what channel that was. What's the name of it? Sweet Pea?
And you could tell they were super big.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait. Yeah. Yeah. It was just, I just wanted him to see that because I wanted to see his facial expression. There's people in here that said, I showed my husband and he's like, what the fuck is that shit? So I wanted to see what he would think.
Ready for that.
He wasn't ready for it. He was just like, he's just like, pluck my eyes out, right? Poor fiance. I think I peed my bread. Yeah. Well, he had my phone like this, and then when, because you can tell when it goes to that part, he's just like.
Ain't nobody want to see that.
I know. I just wanted to see how your reaction to it, because
Can she get in trouble for that?
yes, she can get in trouble for that. I think that, well, she went on somebody else's panel to do it, so I don't know what can happen. I think if she saves it and sends it to YouTube,
She got an OnlyFans.
she does she have an OnlyFans, you guys?
That's her OnlyFans.
Yeah, like this is an OnlyFans. Like if you want to go do that on OnlyFans, go do it. You know what I'm saying? I will put it in the description. Yeah, Sweet Pea is the name of the channel. Wait, let me see.
Join us.
I think that's the name of it, though.
Shall we begin?
Yeah, Sweet Pea.
What made her do that?
Because that's just how it happened to her before. That girl did it to her before.
Anything for content.
Anything for content. She knows everybody's talking about it. You know? So, like, you
know what's next.
What's next? She's going to be going all... Oh, thank you for the super chat. Michaela says my husband and someone forgot to milk her. My husband said someone forgot to milk her. Yeah, she's disgusting. Like that's just the end of it. It's just, I just wanted to share that with you guys because I didn't think of to show it to him. My fiance is actually really funny. Like he should be what do you call them? A comedian, because he's really, really funny. But I just wanted to see what his reaction was going to be. I knew it wasn't going to be a good one. Like I knew he's probably not going to be too happy with me. Oh shit. Yeah, it's she got gypped. She got gypped. Yeah. She got gypped. That's all I can say with that whole thing. I'm just saying, I think it was the science girl. The science girl said she spent $80,000 on everything, like her looks and everything. Like, for real? You were gypped. You were gypped. And I don't think I like somebody like that, like her. This is supposed to be Miss Leticia's representation, you guys. Someone who speaks for her on the internet. Okay? I hope that...
She thinks she look good, huh?
Yeah, she does. She's just delusional. Some people are delusional. She's definitely one of them. She let somebody do that to her body, girl. You look like... And let me tell you guys, the stuff that is said about my mom, because I don't like to see the things, because I know me, I have a bad temper, so I don't watch the shit, you guys. But what I will say is that the things that we say are completely innocent compared to the things that are said about me, my moderators, and her chat. Okay? They say some horrible, horrible things. Horrible things. Derogatory things. Disgusting things. talking about trans women and all that kind of stuff, RuPaul, all that shit. She says, and I'm not saying, I don't take that as as an insult, but she is saying it to me as an insult. That's what bothers me. And then you have other people in the chat who are saying disgusting things. So do I care? Hell no. But what I will say is that I care about the whole, excuse me, transgender women, because at the end of the day, there are transgender women that I know that are afraid to speak out about it because of people like her. And it's disgusting. I would never, neither would my mods, ever let it go too far where people were like actually like really bashing her and dragging her under the mud for her looks and all that stuff. No, we would never do that. But what I will say is that go look at the things she says in her chat, and it makes what we say like Sesame Street. Okay? And I'm not even joking. What?
She's crazy.
The things that we say in my chat are like Sesame Street compared to the horrible things that she says in her chat and what she says about my mods. Shoot, I know me, you, and the rest of the mods look good as so they can talk all they want. She can't see us on our worst day. Amen, Sparkle. Amen. Like I told her, like I said, she can never hold a candle to me. I'm running circles around her. I do not care, but I do care about the transgender comment, you guys, because I care about other people. That she is saying these things to insult me. And really, I look at it as a compliment. But the fact that she's using the transgender community and women to insult me, like I'm supposed to just like fly off the deep end and be like, oh my God, I can't believe blah, 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 blah. I don't care. But it's still very, very derogatory comments that she's using. And I don't like it. On Halloween, I'm going to wear that. Hello, how are you? I'm new to your channel. Hope all is well. Welcome, Carly. Thank you for subscribing. Tia, honey, she couldn't shine your shoes. I agree. You're right, twin thing. Very pretty picture you have, too. What about rape comment? She said a rape comment?
What?
I wouldn't want to be associated with her or these people in her chat. That's an insult to my intelligence. I agree. But I think when things are being said in the chat, people just, having fun. It's her fault that she put her freaking boobs on the internet. Okay. Of course, people are going to.
She purposely did it.
Yeah, she did that purposely. Of course, people are going to say something about it. But the point is that the things that we say is nothing compared. Go look, if you guys were to go look in her chat when she's talking shit about me, talking shit about Rianne, Sparkle, Stranger, they say horrible things. Nothing compared to the things that we say. Nothing. Thank you, everyone, for welcoming me. I really appreciate it. I hope everyone is doing well. Amen. I hope you're doing well, Carly. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Now they condone her BS and can't think for themselves. We're free thinkers over here, not sheep. I'm not sipping her Kool-Aid. I seen Jonestown. Right. Oh my God. I just watched it. Are you kidding me? This is disgusting and classless. I would be mortified if I was her. I don't know what that woman was thinking about. I have no idea. It's been done to her on her panel before, so I guess it's karma. She's doing it to, Michelle, because Michelle has done it to her purposely. The girl that she did on her panel, the girl has done it to her, so she's doing it back. But two wrongs don't make a right. in my opinion. So you didn't have to do that on her. Oh, thank you, Miss Latisha. This is my handsome fiance. Isn't he cute? She said, beautiful couple. Thank you, Miss Latisha. I'm so happy you're in here. He already knows. He's conceited.
No.
Yes, he is.
Confident.
He's confident. Well, you're welcome, Carly. You're always welcomed here. I would crawl in a hole and never. 911 operator called Megamouth telling her to stop, and she lied, saying they just care about her. 5 minutes later, she called 911 back, saying if something happens to Michelle, it's on the police hands. I even heard her say something about Jeffrey Dahmer.
She's nuts.
She is. And my fiance has to sit back and watch me go through all this stuff. But he's my rock. Besides my moderators, he's my rock. So he knows, he keeps me grounded and level-headed. What word? What word, Dave? It's okay. Whatever it is. Whatever word. Somebody put the R word? You may need to edit. Put the R word. Which word are you talking about, Dave? I'm going to have to take it all the way back up. Now, she called the police and got to lying. She was saying how she was a danger to herself and others, and how she was afraid for her own safety. She said she was going through a divorce and had lost her. Oh my God. Somehow she threw cannibalism and racism into the. What? I didn't know. I'm sorry. That's okay, Phoenix. Michelle lost her son over 20 years ago. Why bring that up? You just lying to get the police out there. So thankful you two have each other. Beautiful couple. And I wish you both a life full of so much love, health, happiness, and success. Thank you, Gina. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah, I was like, ew. You just walk around like that. And now the whole world knows. I said the R word? Oh, I repeated the RAPE. Well, I'll just make this. I won't be able to get monetized. That's okay. That's okay. Thank you for telling me, though. I repeated it. I shouldn't have. Thank you guys for telling me. Yeah, someone put it in the chat. I said the R word. RAPE. Yeah. Well, it's fine. I probably won't be able to get monetized anyway because that music.
Yeah, but as long as it's just a little quick music, it don't matter.
I'll be able to get partially monetized, but I won't be able to get all the way monetized because you have to grade where you feel like your live stream is at, and I'll just have to put it to where there is some inappropriate language, and I'll get limited monetization instead of so I'll get yellow instead of green. That's okay. Thank you. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate it. Just on this live stream, yeah. I'm not worried about it. It's okay. What else is new, Carly? She's obsessed with Queen Teaya. Yeah, normally I would have not read that word out loud. I don't know what I was thinking about, but that's okay. popping in to say hello. Sometimes the R word is just justified. I understand, Seymour. Thank you for being here. Thank you for popping in. Seymour Ignorance. That's a different type of name. But my mods are always spot on. So thank you, Dave, for catching that. Stranger, you guys, thank you so much. I'll just have to grade it. I didn't even know that I read that. So what I'll just have to do is I just won't get all the way monetized on this live stream. I will just get I'll just get partially monetized, and that's okay. They're pressed. Tell them to keep talking. We don't care about jaundice for all. Who's jaundice for all? Tia, that's your twin flame. Lovely aura flowing from both of you. You know what? Somebody else told me that. There's a difference between a twin flame and then soulmates. And a twin flame is more of like an intense type of love. I wouldn't say more of a connection, but I have to do more research on it. Okay. But I do know that it's a very intense type of emotional connection. And I think some people like Dave, you would probably know if you have that like intense emotional, obviously you do. However, even though you're married doesn't necessarily mean that it's your twin flame. It could be still your soulmate, you know. A twin flame is a little bit different. So I have to do more research on that. But I've heard that before. So thank you so much, Kisme. Is it Kisme who said that? Thank you, beautiful. No, that's okay, Phoenix. If that was you who said it, it's okay. It's not a big deal. Things are going to happen. I'm not perfect. I'm human. Sometimes I'm going to repeat things that I see. Normally I wouldn't. But it's okay. You're fine. Yes, you're fine, Phoenix. Don't worry about it. That's my fault. I should have seen that and not repeated it. So it's not your fault, sweetheart. So thank you. But you're fine. My pumpkin is my twin soul flickering. I love that. Science Girl is a sweetheart. She speaks the truth. Yes, I love Science Girl. She is so, so pretty. And I can see why. I can see why. I can see why Beatha feels the way that she does about her. She's such a. You can just tell that she's just a real ass person. That's it. She keeps it 100. She owns up to her mistakes that she has made. I've heard her do it. You're fine, Phoenix. Don't worry, sweetheart. You don't have to even worry about it. It's not a big deal at all. I love Science Girl. I love listening to her. She got a little bit of accent on her. Maybe it's New York. I'm not sure. Cheeto dust, jaundice. It's all relative. Science Girl has a beautiful energy around her. She does. Absolutely, she does. And I could see why she hates on her. I could see why MGL talks about her so much. Or when she even brings her up, it's this, she's saying horrible, horrible, talking about this woman's son and all that kind of stuff. I think MGL and KJ are jealous of beautiful women. I agree, Tinkerbell's mom. I know jealousy is really cliche, but it is what it is. You got to call it what you see it. Science Girl is gorgeous. Definitely love her spirits. Here, you're also gorgeous and have a wonderful spirit. So do you, Down the Rabbit Hole News. You absolutely do. You have such, I love how unbiased you are. I love how you try to look at all aspects and you think critically, and I respect that so much. I really like that about you. MGL is obsessed with her. It is crazy, and it's been happening forever. I have been around since the beginning. She does seem very, very obsessed with her. Absolutely. Just reading comments. So tomorrow is going to be an interesting live stream. we are going to talk about the author versus KJ and who's worse. And I would say down the rabbit hole, keep your head up, which I already know that you will. Down the rabbit hole was called a Karen because basically because she looks at things the same way that I do. And I feel like people should be speaking up for Miss Leticia, even if it is you getting on your platform with all the people that you have and saying, leave Miss Leticia alone. Quit bothering her. What's going on with her now is a private matter. And even though it should not have been put out there, it has been. Therefore, just leave her alone. You know, you have defended her, in my opinion, when it's convenient for you. So how much would it take for you to just come on the internet? No, it's not nobody's responsibility. Ms. Leticia's a grown woman. She can defend herself. But I do feel that you technically always speaking up, and then now it's nothing but crickets. I just find it ironic. I find it wrong on so many levels. You could be that person that, you know, you have a big platform. You could be that person that could put it to a stop. Probably not, but still, I still think that it's more of a sentimental thing because you claim that Miss Leticia is your friend. So how hard would it be to get on your platform and say, hey, leave this woman alone? You're always so concerned. You're always bringing up things when it's convenient for you. So why not say something now? Just in her defense. That's just my opinion. Nobody is, I think it's more just a sentimental thing. Like I said, I think it's more like, hey, you're my friend. I have nothing but respect for you. So I'm going to go ahead and open my mouth and defend you. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think when you don't do it, it's just, to me, leaving her out in the cold, but yet you will defend her when it's convenient. I don't like that. You just picking and choosing when you want to defend somebody or not. You have definitely claimed yourself in a lot of ways to be the spokesperson for Ms. Leticia. So I don't see how hard it could be. You're always talking about Ms. Leticia doesn't need this stress. Ms. Leticia doesn't need that stress. Okay. Well, you see that she's online on Facebook, excuse me, fending for herself, you know, and she's doing fine at it. But how much would it take for you to say, hey, just leave her alone? Right? So, in my opinion, that's just what I feel. You're so worried about her going through stress and, you know, keeping this from her and keeping that from her, but yet you can't even speak up for her at all while you're watching her go through what she's going through. Right. Exactly. Down the rabbit hole. What? You see? You see? That's what I'm talking about, you guys. Her true colors are about to start showing, and as if they haven't shown enough already. Miss Leticia can be anywhere she wants to be. I've never, ever said anything bad about Miss Leticia. Ever. I've never said anything bad about her. I've always had her back. Why in the hell would she say anything to her about being in my chat? You see what I'm talking about? That's wrong. And I hope that's not true. So I hope that's not true. I haven't seen anything for myself, so I'm not going to take it and run away with it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hopefully that's not true. Okay. Because what Ms. Latisha does and whose chat she goes in has nothing to do with Megamouth. It has nothing to do with her. She can go wherever she wants to go. If I'm defending her, why wouldn't you want me to? That's what I'm talking about. You want to defend her, but you don't do it when she needs you. That's just how I look at it. People can agree with me, you cannot agree with me, but that was the whole point of this live stream. I feel like you should be able to speak out, you know, especially when you have claimed to be the spokesperson for this person and you are talking with this person, you're always speaking up. Now she's being still relentlessly attacked and crickets. Somebody just asked Justin why. Justin, why was she over there? She can be wherever she wants to be. She can be wherever she wants to be. And she's not talking about anything except for the things that I'm addressing about her. She's not talking about anybody. She's not in on talking about anybody. She hasn't participated in that. So don't even go there. I don't care. I don't care if he unsubs for me. I unsubbed from him weeks ago. I don't like cowards. So Hey, haters, enjoy the membership. Hey, haters, enjoy the memberships. At least Teaya still benefits. Maybe you'll see the truth over here. It's abuse and coercive control on behalf of Magma. I know. Cult-like behavior. Absolutely. Because she didn't come in here and contribute or even get in on the conversation. All she's talked about is like, oh, you're a beautiful couple. She's just randomly coming in here, having a conversation. And she's allowed to do that because why wouldn't she? I haven't done anything to her. She hasn't done anything to me. I've been doing nothing but defending her, which is more than I can say for them. And that's the end of it. So, as far as I'm concerned, if they're so concerned about her health, they shouldn't be dictating where she goes and where she doesn't. She can go wherever she wants to go. You're not the boss of anybody. Just because you don't like me does not mean that Miss Latisha has to not like me because you don't. She has a mind of her own. She is a grown-ass woman. She can make her own choices. And if she chooses to come into my chat and have a conversation, as long as it's not about them, she can do that. Yeah, it's cult-like behavior. She wears the pants in that relationship until offspring is 18. I assume he wants to divorce her, not vice versa. Thank you, Lindsay. T Breezy, try to wash your eyes out. Try to wash your eyes out. That's what my husband did. Absolutely, Miss Latisha. You have not said anything towards them. Nothing. Keep doing what you're doing. I've done nothing but defend you. There's no reason why I wouldn't. And there's no reason why they should treat you any type of way. But I'm not over there. I don't know what they're saying, nor do I care. I just don't want you being mistreated. That's all. Nobody can dictate to you where you should or shouldn't go. You should be allowed to go wherever you want to. Y'all thought you could lurk in the shadows, huh? Is that what's happening? Dave, for real, I wanted those memberships to go to people that deserve them, not the two-faced heifers. Well, That was when they were in here, granted, when we were all looking at her as, well, we all knew how she was, but it was the people that were in here. So it's understandable, Rianne, and they'll run out. They're not going to be able to pay it for long. So didn't anybody ever tell y'all God don't like ugly? No, they don't get that. They don't get that. We love you, Leticia Bias. I will support you and pray for you and Vaughn. Absolutely, Care Bear. You're such a sweetheart. I don't blame you for staying away from those channels. It is straight up abuse. It is. It is. Ms. Latisha, we love you. We love and respect you over here. Others just see you as a dollar sign. Just saying, just saying, we don't want anything from you besides peace and comfort in your situation. Amen. That's all. And I can tell you right now, if you go over there, or if you're in her, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say, what's Miss Latisha doing over there? I don't own you. You can go wherever you want to go. What does that have to do with me? That has nothing to do with me. So you being where you're at, it was her choice, okay, to start talking about me. It was her choice to start making derogatory comments about me. It was her choice to start lying on me. I didn't do shit to her. All I said was, this report is real. And this is what she chose to do. It didn't have to be like this. When I said this report is real, you want to know what she could have said? Okay, yeah, it's real. And kept it moving. But she didn't. And I don't give a shit who unsubscribed. You think I care if Justin unsubscribes for me? No, I don't. I'll say what I want to say, when I want to say it, how I want to say it, and I will damn sure always keep it real with my people. And that's it. Yeah. And then she started to racially slander Teaya and say derogatory things. Yeah, she did. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm done with it. But I damn sure ain't about to back down from it if that's what people are thinking. I'll pick and choose the things that I respond to. I don't respond to everything that she says. I respond to things that I feel are going to hurt other people. That's what I do. But at the end of the day, she's a very jealous, heartless woman. And that's it. But you don't get to dictate where people go. People should be able to go wherever they want to go. Just like you came in here, you freaking publicly announced you're unsubscribing from me. Then you say it in your Patreon and you watched my subscriber count. You literally did everything that you did to break me. That's what you tried to do. You tried to break me through my subscribers, and that didn't work. Okay? And it's not going to work any other way either. Trying to break me through my subscribers, having a damn countdown to see how many people unsubscribe from me, acting like you made me. Sweetheart, I was an influencer, B. Arthur. I was creating content way before I knew you. Remember when you came on my channel when BX was here? Way before I knew you. You think that every subscriber I had was because of you? And you literally sat there and had a countdown and you've been watching my subscriber count? Because you did everything you could to break me, and it didn't work, and it never would. Nor will it ever. Yes, I have always said that, but they try to make it seem like, oh, you don't support Miss Latisha. You don't do this. She's literally used Miss Latisha to attack everyone. It's ridiculous. And people aren't even talking about her that she's trying to attack. It's disgusting. Take it back. I've never, ever said, oh, I feel there's things that could have been done differently. And I think that there's things that could have been differently, obviously, from B. Author. Absolutely. But that still does not negate the fact that I still stand by Ms. Latisha, because I don't feel like anyone should stand alone in these types of situations. And I do feel like in the end, if this is a repeated pattern with what Megamouth does, if this is a repeated pattern, I don't want to see her kicked out to the wolves. Okay? After you get whatever it is that you want, then it's bye-bye. No. Nobody deserves that, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Twin flames both embody the yin and the yang. You feel a sense of expansion with each other as though you are larger than your limited identity. Deepest spiritual connection. Wow. Because, May, I think you emailed me, and I'll be emailing you back too, because I think you know a lot about spiritual things, and I would like to talk to you about that. Thank you, Felony Melanie. But I will be on here tomorrow. Goose is just as fake as the rest of them. There, I said it. That's why she's MIA. She couldn't manipulate everyone the way she had been doing. I agree with that. I feel like it's sad because I don't think she wanted her name to be brought up, and someone who's supposedly her friend brought her name up. But in the same sense, there's a lot of things that were done in a very, very mean way, in my opinion, and malicious way and manipulative way. And it's sad. It's sad. Commander, it makes me cringe when she does that. Billy, what? What does she do? No, because it's not beneficial for their pockets. Yep. I called it. Yep, you called it. Mega hater. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. Is she in the chat? I wonder that too. When the facts don't align, hold on. When the facts don't align, the narrative, it throws a curveball in their ability to make their mark. Truth is truth, even when we don't like it. Amen. You call a lot of things TBZ, that's for sure. You heard what she said about Noah. What did she say? What did she say about him? But Goose should not be cowering the way she is. I agree, because there's a lot of things that she knows the truth to, but she's not going to say anything. And I don't respect that at all. But she cares about victims and Black lives, though. Go tell that to someone else. When Mega impersonates, I hope she does not do that. That's all she cares about. Like I said, you don't get justice. You exploit hurting families. You're a lying, hateful person. I agree. If Goose has any heart or brain, she would use this silence opportunity to break away from. That's what I say, because some people they don't say anything because they're scared to, because she probably knows a lot about her. And I know that Goose knows I'm not like that. Like, I would never out anything. It wouldn't have never been outed about her. I think probably eventually I would have spoken to my people about this and what happened, but I would never have done it and blasted it all like this. I just would have explained some of the things that went on behind the scenes and why we had to part ways and why I modded her and all of those types of things. But what I will say is that all I ask for is honesty. That's it. Honesty, loyalty, and respect. The same thing that I would give to you. And I've always kept it 100 with Goose. And I expected that out of her in return. And that it didn't happen that way. It's not some big conspiracy and all of these things the way that she's making it to be. And it didn't even have to turn into all of this. Okay, it didn't even have to turn into all of this. Had she just kept it moving, the report is real. I confirmed it's real and kept it moving, but she couldn't do that. She used this as a reason to attack me, to make derogatory comments towards me, to make derogatory comments about trans women. And like I said, even though I was born female, I have friends who are trans. And I also have people that I grew up with that went through a lot of hate crimes because of it, and who have went through a lot and still won't speak up about who they are till this day because of people like her. So yeah, I'm strong. I'm passionate about these types of things. But did it have to turn into this? No, it didn't. You didn't even mention Goose's name. Megan Mouth did. You were keeping it to yourself. On who lied to you about the report. Exactly. I wasn't saying anything until she opened her mouth. Then it's like, okay, well, I got to defend myself, right? Like, I'm not going to let her just lie on me. Even though she's a liar, doesn't matter what she's still going to continue to perpetuate lies. And I don't care who listen, how many times are you going to keep bragging about yourself? Nobody says that they don't think that it was a great thing what you did for Ms. Latisha in the beginning, but somewhere towards the middle, and now you've lost it. Like what you do to all victims, in my opinion, you throw them under the bus. You throw them to the wolves when you're done with them and they're no longer beneficial to you. That's just my opinion. Then Goose went and lied to Megan Mouth, made it seem like she was the victim when she lied and brought this on herself. Exactly. And then went and lied about some pallets Teaya never even asked for. No, I didn't. It's disgusting. It's disgusting that I even had to show anything. I love everyone. I get mad. That's my temper, tantrums. At some point, my favorite creators, when I get mad though, I would never tantrum at MGL or go back as I do with others. My mouth is kind of controversial. Some people's mouth is controversial. By the way, MGL minions, RuPaul, Mama Ru is absolutely divine. Absolutely. And that doesn't bother me. What bothers me is she thinks it's offensive, that she's using it as an attack instead of using something else. But she's only showing her true colors. So keep going. Keep going. She acts as though I care. I don't. Stranger Clegan, are you multitasking? Are you multitasking, Stranger Clegan? I'm sorry, but if you support the behavior of Molly Mc... You're just like her. I agree. Felony Melanie. And that's what I'm saying. B author can say whatever she wants to about me. I love it. As you would say, keep making me relevant, girl. Keep making me relevant. Keep going. Thank you, ASAP. I appreciate that. I don't think so. I just get up to pee. Oh. Yeah, she did. Yeah, it was. Like I said, I would have been loyal to her till the end. And I've even lost a couple friends because of her. But one of them is because she kind of gave me an ultimatum and put me in a horrible position. And it just made me see what a friend she was. But I definitely have always had her back. So, and I hope that everything works out with her and Molly, and I hope that they have an amazing friendship together. That's all I can say. And I hope that everything works out for what I wish her the best. I don't wish any ill will towards her. It's just sad when you are that type of person that can sit there and watch and have watched for a good amount of time. You've watched and excused this woman's behavior. And because of that, I question our entire friendship because of that. Right, Sparkle? In all seriousness, Goose has said something truly special over here. Really sad. It is, Dave. But people learn. You live and you learn, right? You're always going to live and learn. Yeah, thank you. I will tell you guys right now, though, if you are watching her, I wouldn't. I think she's not worth watching. I don't think that she even deserves a view or whatever channel that they're on. I think that she doesn't deserve it. But some people watch for different reasons. And also, I always want it recorded or screen clipped when she is making transphobic comments. I always want that. I have a lot, but I want more so I can have that as proof. So for my moderators, that's different, but just she's not worth watching, in my opinion. MJ has drama with everyone eventually. How she doesn't recognize she's the common denominator is beyond me. Most people don't. Yeah, watch the clip channels. Don't give her a view. And thank you so much, Be Author. Thank you for bringing over a lot of the people who don't like you. Thank you for bringing me to their attention. Okay, the people who really strongly dislike you because they think that you're a tragedy pimp. Thank you for giving me that recognition. Thank you for the free advertisement because I've met some amazing people and we have some things in common. And one of them is we don't like you. And that's okay. All right, you guys. Yes, watch her on the clip channels. Someone couldn't pay me to watch Megamouth. I don't want to give her views and I can't stand listening to her. Literally would rather listen to styrofoam squeak together. Oh, I love your picture, Carol. Yes, that's a good one. Realizing who you really are. Who are you talking about, Care Bear, sweetie? Saving all the homophobic, racist, etc. crap. B says, yeah, gonna need a bigger cloud. Yeah, they have been. My and Dave, if you ever have time, you too. I know that you are busy, but if you ever have time, you too. My mods, nothing else that she says, but just the transphobic comments and like all the derogatory comments that she says. I want that recorded because there's a reason. There's a method to my madness, and I feel it's important to have those clips. Okay, so it can be. You guys get it. You guys, we're here. We're here. You guys know why. Then the vow is, she says, I don't need that kind of energy in my life. Exactly. Oh, and Mega Mouse, stop sending your people over to try to play games. We're not stupid. I'm not friending anyone right now, especially nobody that is up your ass. Then the voice is like nails on a chalkboard, right? Microaggressions, yes. Yes. Realizing how Megamouth really is sending people here. What the hell is she sending people here for? Tia Mustafa is a leader of a high school group. Going real life is never acceptable. Calling the police is never a good thing ever. Amen, Tammy. Amen. And thank you guys so much for being so supportive and just for being so amazing. We are building such an amazing community over here. And I really do consider myself blessed to have people who know how to use critical thinking, who are highly intelligent people that use their own brain and who can see things for what they truly are, who do their own due diligence. Even when it's I'm saying something, you're still going to go do your own due diligence and see things for yourself. You guys are funny. Every single one of you guys are hilarious. Just amazing people overall. And I'm really, really blessed to have you guys like in just the way that you guys are and the way that you don't allow yourself to be brainwashed, and you don't allow yourself to go with the masses. You don't allow yourself to think like other people. You want to think the way that you think. And I appreciate that from you guys. I appreciate how you've stood by my side. It's never easy to deal with someone who is so toxic, who is the way she is. However, I do think it's important to bring awareness about these types of things, and not the petty things she says, like talking about looks and makeup. I don't care about that, but I do care about the important things, the important issues that need to be brought up. And I think ultimately it's only going to end in her demise. So that's why things are being recorded. So I just want to let you guys know that you guys, I'm very, very blessed to have each and every one of you, because I just want strong-minded people who can think for themselves. And I appreciate that from all of you. I write like you too, ma'am. And I just found you last night or night before, I think night before Thursday. Well, I'm glad you found me, Seymour. So thank you guys for being amazing. Tia, someone told her you were trying to get Latisha on panel. She laughed and said, "What? Latisha would never do that." Then started dragging you. So predictable. First of all, I never asked Miss Latisha to get on panel, but she's stupid. And more than likely, that was planted in her comment section. Like, people plant stuff, and you guys don't find it ironic? Like, all of a sudden, she will look down at her comments and only see one specific comment, conveniently saying just one specific comment. More than likely, that was planted in her comment section. And she looked at that because it was planted for an excuse to drag me. She can drag me all she wants. I don't care about that. What I will say is, Ms. Leticia, I would never ask her to get on panel, but she was in here. So what? What's your point? And there ain't a damn thing you can do about it, because she's a grown-ass woman who can think for herself. Okay? She's not like you. She's not a sheep. Okay? She's nothing like you. But you guys have to understand that the only reason why she drags people, you see, I'm not Michelle. Okay? I'm not Michelle. I know what I look at in the mirror every day. I know who I am as a person, for one. And I'm a confident person. And I'm also very, very aware of who I am on the inside. Okay? Which is something that B Author could never compare to. So the reason why she drags me like that, you guys, is because she's trying to trigger me. Why do you think she does that to Michelle? The only problem with Michelle is, in a lot of ways, I don't think that Michelle has that self-control, because when you have BPD, which is very serious, when you have that, it's hard for you to control your emotions. It's hard. You're like word vomit. Like, even when you try to stop things from coming out, they just come out. You know what I'm saying? You can tell that a lot of the things that they say about Michelle does truly get to her. And she knows that. So the reason why she keeps saying all of these things and dragging me is because she's trying to fucking trigger me. Uh-oh, I got a sticker. Sorry if I missed it. Oh, thank you, Happy Life Jay, for the super sticker. I appreciate it, sweetie. Thank you so much. The reason why she continues to do this is because she's trying to trigger me. Those things are not going to trigger me. What triggers me is when you are making derogatory comments towards the LGBTQ plus community. When you're making derogatory comments and acting like being trans is a bad thing, that's what pisses me off, you guys. That's it. But I don't care what she says about me. At the end of the day, look at her. This is a woman where 5 hours ago, she just showed her nasty, elderly breast on someone else's panel. Do you really think that I care about what that woman thinks? A woman with zero morals, okay? Ms. Leticia is a smart, intelligent woman. She's an intelligent woman, and she sure as hell is intelligent enough to know what class is and what's not class. And a person who is dragging a woman and making derogatory comments towards a woman and saying all of the stupid ass shit that she says about black people not swimming, even though she said that a while ago, but she still says stupid shit. Ms. Leticia is smart enough to know what's going on here. Not to mention her hygiene. So all I'm saying is that she's not going to trigger me. I'm not Michelle. Okay. I'm not saying that Michelle isn't a confident woman, but I do think that there's a lot of things that she says, like when you're talking about something as vulnerable as Michelle's divorce, and you're talking about, Michelle's baby who was deceased. That happened 20 years ago. Those are still things that's going to get under her skin. That's why she does it, you guys. And that's why she continuously keeps talking. Do you guys notice that she keeps talking about my looks? Why do you think she keeps talking about my looks? Listen, jealousy is a very cliche word, but it exists. And you can't take away from that. I've dealt with bullies like her from freaking middle school up until now. This is something I feel is that she's always wanted to do, and she needed an excuse to do it. And she got her excuse. That's the reason why I feel like that's why she acts the way that she acts, because of the way she stereotypes with Black people in the first place. I just think she's that type of person that will do anything to drag people down. And I can tell you right now, it's not going to work with me. You're not about to trigger me. I know what I look at in the mirror every day. I don't need to worry about what the hell she says. They will never break her down. Brick walls, baby. The only way is up. Thank you, TVZ. And he is absolutely correct. He would never let that happen anyway. He would never let that happen. There's nothing wrong with your looks. Oh, I know, sweetie. I know. Thank you, Carly. I know. That's just the way that she is. But when somebody, pay attention to the things that people focus on, because what they focus on is nothing but projection. That's all it is. They're projecting their self-image issues onto that person. So that's all there is. Exactly, Sparkle. You're absolutely right. You cannot break a confident Black woman, and that's just the truth. But she can try. She can try. And all she's doing is setting an example and showing Ms. Latisha of who she truly is and what she's capable of. That's what I'm just saying. That's exactly what she's doing. Did you send one? I didn't see it. Hold on. Oh, there it is. I'm sorry, sweetie. Thank you, Care Bear. It says, thank you for the $5 super chat. It says, Teaya. People seeing her behavior and then coming here and seeing how loving and good this channel is, and she's losing people to you, is what I mean. Oh, you're right. You're right, Care Bear. And thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. That means a lot. Thank you, sweetie. I'm sorry I didn't see it. Those who feel passionately about social causes will often band together as a community. We are a higher vibrational healing energy, embracing positivity, compassion, peace, and love. Yes, I love the way Kisme talks. I just love it. Just listen to her. Like, she just has this uplifting, I love it. Make sure you email me, okay, Kisme? But thank you so much, Care Bear. You're right. I appreciate you. Teaya, I can't say enough times how bad I felt for Latisha. I will always believe she was blindsided. Also, I admire your confidence. You're beautiful, refreshing to watch. Oh, thank you, Swan. Swan. Thank you so much. I do. I worry for Ms. Latisha, because you have to understand, this woman who's dragging people, making fun of trans women, saying derogatory comments. Miss Latisha didn't know she was like this in the beginning because she was using Katie as a shield. Okay, that's what she was doing. She was using Katie as a shield to make her look like the better person. Miss Latisha had no idea that she is the way that she is. And now I'm sure she's sitting back and observing on her own. And it's very, very sad when, and I've been here, I've actually been there recently, and you guys know that it's very, very sad when you think you know someone and then you finally start to see their true colors when you're no longer beneficial to them. So I've told Miss Latisha many times, she knows I'm here, and I've just, regardless of anything, like I said, I will always stand by. I think that things could have been done differently on all sides, but I do not think Miss Latisha has ever deserved to be treated like this. She's not a creator. She's not here on YouTube. And there's things that I feel like should have just been handled in a different way. But I do feel she deserves better than someone like her that can sit there and bash and drag people. We'll never do that over here. We might say some little sly things here and there, but we will never be like them. We're better than that. Okay? All right, you guys. I'm going to go make some French fries and whatnot. And then I think I'm going to have some cookies, some pumpkin cookies. But I will have an open panel tomorrow. I think it can be a really good discussion about who's worse out of the two, because throughout this whole situation, and throughout this whole story, we've lost sight of what really matters. And what really matters is Vaughn, right? And because we've lost sight of that, I do feel that it's important to take it back to the beginning. And I want to know what you guys feel, who you guys feel is worse. So if you're afraid to come on panel, just get used to it and get the courage to come on panel. Good night, Miss Latisha. Thank you so much for being here. We all love you and we're praying for you, and we hope you have a good night. Okay? Thank you for coming in the chat. I really appreciate it. Aesop, glad to see you are here. Oh, it's Aesop. I'm always happy to see her here. So yeah, go ahead and get the courage. I'm eating pumpkin pie right now. That sounds so good. No, I'm not judging. I'm about to have some pumpkin cookies. I just ate chocolate covered almonds. Oh, I love chocolate covered almonds. My favorite candy bar is Almond Joy. I love those candy bars. But yeah, we'll talk about it tomorrow. Like I said, I think this will be very interesting because everyone has their own opinion about who they think is worse. So we'll talk about it. I think it's a very interesting conversation to have. So I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for being amazing. And yes, Dave, I love us. And I love you, Dave. I love me some Dave. He's just awesome. Tell the hubby I said hi. He doesn't know me, but tell him I said hi. All right, you guys. I will see you guys later on. Later on tonight. I hope you guys have the most amazing night, and stay beautiful, stay blessed. Tell somebody how beautiful they are tomorrow. A compliment goes a long way, and I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Press the notification bell because that's going to notify you of all my future uploads. And then please make sure that you give me a thumbs up. Okay? Or a thumbs down, whatever. It's all interaction. And I love you guys so much. I will see you guys on the next one. Thank you to my amazing mods. Thank you guys for being amazing. Thank you for all the super chats. Thank you to the new members. You guys rock. I love y'all. Love y'all. Bye.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding from the words I spit. So